Namaste everyone, I am your co-host Shravani ma'am. Welcome to your favorite learning channel. The topic for today's video is Poultry Farming Part 1. So today we will be discussing about the overview of poultry farming and some of the important details of poultry farming, and also we will talk about the various breeds of the poultry. Okay, and in our next segments of video about poultry farming we would be completing or we would be discussing about the other important details of poultry farming. So today let's begin with the overview of poultry farming. So this term, that is poultry, what does it mean? So this term poultry, it refers to the rearing as well as the breeding. Okay, and this rearing and breeding is of avian species such as the chickens, ducks, turkeys, geese, and guinea fowls which have been domesticated. Okay, so chickens are the most common poultry enterprise. So what are chickens? Among all these avian species, chickens are the most common. They are the most common what? Poultry enterprises. Alright. So these chickens alone occupy 90% of the total poultry. Hence we are saying that chickens are the most common poultry enterprises, right? So the proper management of poultry, what does it involve? So proper management of poultry. What would it include? So this involves the management of hatching, rearing, then housing, okay, sanitation. It also includes sanitation and prevention from what? Prevention from diseases, etc. Okay, so these management practices are needed or are involved for proper management of poultry. So India has become 5th largest country in the world in poultry production. So India is the 5th largest. Okay, so it is the 5th largest country in the world for what? For poultry production. Okay, so an egg laying poultry. Now the poultry that lays egg. So the egg laying poultry, what do we call this? We call this layer or the egger. Alright. Then the poultry that is reared for obtaining For obtaining what? Obtaining meat. What do we call this type of poultry? It is called as broiler, the broiler or chicken. Okay. So the poultry farming helps to raise poultry farming. What does it help in? So it helps in raising. So it helps to raise domestic fowl, the domestic fowl for what? For the production of eggs. Okay, for producing eggs and chicken meat. Okay, so this is what the main purpose of poultry farming. Alright, so now let's talk about the different breeds. Okay, breeds of poultry. The breeds of poultry. So do you know there are how many breeds of poultry? So actually there are more than 100 breeds and varieties of fowls. The fowls are classified. So these fowls are classified, and this classification is based on something. So it is based on what? It is based on the utility to man. As what? As meat type, as egg type, as dual type, as dual type, games, and ornamental, as well as ornamental type. So based on these utilities, fowls are classified. Okay. So first we will be talking about the exotic breeds of fowl. Now we would be talking about what? The exotic breeds of fowl. Okay. So based on their origin, there are 4 major exotic breeds of fowl. There are other indigenous breeds which are also reared. Okay. First we would be talking about the American breeds. Okay. So first we would talk about the American breeds of fowl. Alright. So most of the American breeds of fowl are dual purpose forms. That is dual purpose. That is, they can be used or they give both meat and eggs. Okay. Now, what are the characteristics? Characteristics of this variety, of this breed. So these breeds are characterized by yellow feather. They have yellow feather, or we can say yellow feathers. Then red earlobes, and many of them, what do? Many of them lay brown shelled eggs. They lay brown shelled eggs. Okay. So this is the characteristic features of American breeds of fowl. Okay. So Rhode Island Reds, some of the examples or some of the important breeds that we are going to mention here, that is the Rhode Island Red, the Rhode Island Reds, then Polymouth Rock, then there is New Hampshire and Wyandotte. Okay, so these are some of the important breeds of American class. Okay, next we would move on and talk about the next class, that is the Asiatic breeds of fowl. Alright, so the breeds of this class, they belong to which continent? They belong to Asian continent. Okay, so what are their characteristic features? So they are characterized by large body. They have a large body with heavy bones. They have feathered shanks. Then they have red earlobes. Okay, and also they have a yellow skin. Okay, they have yellow skin. Alright, so they are used for egg and meat purposes. So what are they used for? For egg and for meat purposes. So the eggshells are light to dark brown in color. Okay, and the important breeds of this class would include, Brahma from Brahmaputra Valley, from the Brahmaputra Valley in India. Okay, Cochin and which can be seen in Cochin, and the other is Langshan from China. Alright, so these varieties are from the Asian continent. The next one that we are going to talk is the English breeds. The English breeds of fowls. Okay, so all the breeds of this class are originated from where? They are originated from England. Okay, so the presence of, we would talk about the characteristics. So under characteristics, we can say that characteristics that is the presence of white plumage, and pink colored earlobes. These are the characters of the breed of this class, and most of them lay brown shelled eggs. Okay, they lay brown shelled eggs, and some of the examples that we can include here is Sussex, then Orpington, then Australorp, and Cornish. These are some of the important breed of this class. Okay. Then the next class would be the Mediterranean breeds of fowls. So breeds of this class originated from where? They are originated from the European countries. Okay. So these breeds have originated from European countries, which are found by the side of where? By the side of the Mediterranean Sea. Okay. So the important breeds of this class are Leghorn, example Leghorn, and Ancon. Ancon originated from Italy. From where? They are originated from Italy, whereas there is another one, that is Minorca, which is originated from where? From Spain. Okay, so these breeds are light-bodied with non-feathered shanks, and the fowls of this class lay white-shelled eggs, and they are non-sitters. Okay, so we can say that these are the characteristics, that is, they are light-bodied and they are non-feathered shanks, having non-feathered shanks, and they lay white-shelled eggs, and they are non-sitters. Okay, so they are non-sitters. Alright. Now, if we talk about Leghorn, okay, so the white Leghorns are the most popular and commercial breed in India. So the colors of plumage may be white, brown, or black. Okay. So the fowls of this breed are usually small. They are compact with single comb and wattles, and though the Leghorns are adapted to most of the climates, they are thriving well in dry areas. They mature early and they begin to lay eggs at the age of 5 or 6 months. Hence, the breed is economically important and preferred in commercial farms. The standard weight of the cock is around 2.7 kgs. The standard weight of hen is around 2 kgs, and the standard weight of cockerel is around 2.3 kgs, and of pullets it is around 3.8 kgs. Okay, so leghorns, we can say that the leghorn, that is the white leghorn, the white leghorns, they are most popular and commercial breed. They are most popular and they are the commercial breed in India. Alright. So we already know now that the colors of plumage may be white, brown or black. Okay, so this was about the leghorn that is found in India. Then now we would be discussing about the indigenous or the desi breeds of fowls. Okay, so the common country hen of India is known as desi, which is the best mother for hatching. Some of the Indian fowls resemble the leghorn but have poor laying qualities. The indigenous breeds are hardy, strong, and they possess natural immunity against common diseases. Okay, so what is desi? The common country hen. So the common country hen of India, this is known as desi, which is the best mother for hatching. Okay, so some of the varieties of Indian fowls, as I told, that they resemble to leghorn but they have poor laying qualities. Okay, so in spite of several advantages, it also has a few disadvantages, like they grow slowly, they are smaller in size, they produce small sized eggs, they produce less number of eggs. Okay, then some of the examples, if we say, we can include chittagong, asil, kadaknath and busra. These are the 4 breeds of indigenous fowls. They are what? The indigenous. They are indigenous. Okay. Indigenous fowls that are found in India. Okay. Now let's talk about each of them separately. First, let's talk about chittagong. Alright. So chittagong breed is largely found in West Bengal. It is largely found where? In West Bengal. So the plumage color varies, but the popular shade is usually golden or light yellow. They have a beak that is long and yellow in color. The earlobes and wattles are small and red, and they are good egg layers. They are, so we can say that they are good egg layers and they are delicious. Alright, so this is about to Chittagong. Then the next one we would talk is a seal, or it can also be called as the Indian game. So a seal is noted for its pugnacity. It is known for its pugnacity. Alright. So the color of this breed is white or black. The hens are not good egg layers but are excellent sitters. So here the hens are not good egg layers but they are excellent sitters. Okay, so a seal breed is found in almost all states of India but abundant in, so the Asil breed is abundantly found where? Abundant in Andhra Pradesh, then but they are found almost in all the states of India. There are 4 varieties, namely the Pila or golden red, the Yakub or black and red, the Nuri or white, and the Kajal or black. These are the 4 different varieties. Okay, then we will be talking about the Kadaknath. So it is a fowl with black flesh. It has what? It has black flesh. Alright. So it is abundant in, where is it abundantly found? It is abundant in Madhya Pradesh. And they are bred by tribals and the eggs are light brown in color. The adult plumage varies from silver and golden spangled to bluish black, and the comb, wattles and tongue are purple in color. Alright, so these are the highlights of the Kadaknath variety. Then let's talk about the next one, that is Busra. So this is a small to medium sized bird found in some parts of, it is small to medium size. And it is found in some parts. Of what? Of Gujarat. Some parts of Gujarat as well as in Maharashtra. Alright. So they are light feathered with wide variation in body color. Alright. Then the next we would talk about is the improved breeds. Which breed? The improved breeds of poultry. Okay. So the improved breeds of fowl are, example, HH260, then IBL 80, B77 and ILS 82. So these are some of the improved breeds of fowl. And the increase in production of egg in India is known as silver revolution. Alright. So now let's quickly summarize or revise everything that we have covered today. Okay. So today we covered or talked about the overview of poultry farming, and we saw different breeds of poultry. So to begin with, we had started with the overview of poultry farming. So the term poultry, it refers to rearing and breeding of avian species such as chickens, ducks, turkeys, geese and guinea fowls. So the chickens are the most common poultry enterprises. Alright, and why is it? Because chickens alone occupy 90% of the total poultry. So for the proper management of poultry, what is required is, there is a requirement of management of hatching, rearing, housing, sanitation, prevention from diseases, etc. Now, India has become the 5th largest country in the world in poultry production. So, the egg-laying poultry is known as the layer or egger, whereas the poultry that is reared for obtaining meat is known as broiler or the chicken. Okay. So, poultry farming, what does it help in? It helps to raise the domestic fowl for the production of eggs and for chicken meat. Alright. Then we talked about the different breeds of poultry. So, fowls are classified based on the utility to man as meat type, as egg type, as dual type, as games or ornamental type. Okay. So, there are exotic breeds of fowl. Based on their origin, there are 4 major exotic breeds of fowl. Okay. And apart from that, there are indigenous breeds which are also rare. So first we talked about the American breeds of fowl. So they actually have a dual purpose, that is they help in or they give both meat and eggs. Okay. And what are their characteristic features? They have yellow feathers, red earlobes and many of them lay brown shelled eggs. Alright. Then some of the most important American breeds of fowl are the Rhode Island Reds, Polymouth Rock, New Hampshire and Wyandotte. Alright. Then we talked about the Asian breeds of fowl. So these breeds of fowl belong to the Asian continent. Okay. So they are characterized by large body with heavy bones, feathered shanks and red earlobes with a yellow skin. Alright. So they are used for what? For egg and meat purposes. So the important breeds of this class are Brahma from Brahmaputra Valley in India, in Cochin, and Langshan from China. After that, we talked about the English breeds of fowls. So these breeds of fowls are originated from England. Okay. So their characteristics include the presence of white plumage and pink colored earlobes. Alright. So these are the main characters of the English breeds of fowl, and most of them lay brown shelled eggs. So some of the most common breeds include Sussex, Orpington, Australorp and Cornish. Okay. Then we talked about the Mediterranean breeds of fowl. So they are originated from European countries found by the side of Mediterranean Sea. For example, the most important breeds of this class include the Leghorn and Ancon, which are originated from Italy, whereas Minorca is originated from Spain. So what are their characteristic features? They have light bodies, they have non-feathered shanks and they are non-sitters. Alright. So then we talked about Leghorn. So the white Leghorns are the most popular and commercial breed in India. These are white Leghorns. Okay. So the colors of plumage may be white, brown or black, and the fowls of this breed. Okay, of this breed, they are small, compact, with single comb and wattles. Though the leghorns are adapted to most of the climates, but they are thriving well in dry areas. They mature early and they begin to lay eggs at the age of 5 or 6 months, and hence the breed is economically important and preferred in commercial farms. Alright. Then after that we talked about the indigenous or desi breeds of fowl. So what does desi mean? So the common country hen of India is known as desi. So these varieties, they are the best mother for hatching. Some of the Indian fowls, they resemble to leghorn but have poor laying qualities. So the indigenous breeds are hardy, strong, and possess natural immunity against common diseases. But in spite of having these advantages, they have several disadvantages as well. Like they grow slowly, they are smaller in size, they produce small sized eggs, they produce less number of eggs. And some of the examples are the Chittagong, Asil, Kadaknath, and Busra. These are the indigenous fowls found in India. Alright, then we talked about each of them separately. So Chittagong, it is mainly found in West Bengal. So the plumage color varies, but the popular shade is golden or light yellow. They have a beak that is long and yellow in color, and the earlobes and wattles are small and red in color, and they are good egg layers and are delicious. Okay. Then we talked about Asil or Indian game. So it is well known or very popularly known for its pugnacity. So hence here the hens are not good egg layers. They are not good egg layers, but they are excellent sitters. Alright. So Asil breed is found in almost all the states of India, but they are abundantly found in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so there are 4 varieties under this, namely the Pila or the golden red, the Yakub, which is the black and red, Nuri, which is white, and Kajal, that is black. Okay, after that we talked about the Kadaknath. Okay, so it has black flesh. Okay, so it is abundantly found in Madhya Pradesh, and they are bred by the tribals, and the eggs are light brown in color. The adult plumage varies from silver and golden spangled to bluish black, and the comb, wattles, and tongue are purple in color. Okay. So here we can see the images of Asil and Kadaknath. That is, this one is Asil, that is most abundantly found in Andhra Pradesh, even though it is found in other states or most of the states of India. And this one is Kadaknath. It is very commonly or most abundantly found in Madhya Pradesh, and it has black flesh. Okay. Then we also talked about Busra. So they are small to medium in size. Okay, and they are found in some parts of Gujarat and Maharashtra. Alright. So after that, we also saw some of the examples of improved breeds of poultry like HH260, IBL 80, B77, and ILS 82. So I hope you all would have got some great insights by watching today's video. Please do not forget to like and share the video. Till then, thank you for watching.